We got Sean Lally back here on the program. He's going to be fighting at Bellator 207 on October 12th. Sean, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just getting ready for this fight. We're about 4 weeks out right now. I'm feeling great and ready to go, ready to rock and roll, man. I can't wait to get back in that cage. It's been a little while.
Yeah, and how did this all come together with you fighting for Bellator?
So originally Contender Series, which was June 12th. I wanted to get right back in the cage, but I also knew that I needed to let myself rest. For the longevity of my career, you got to be smart. So I took the time I needed, and as we approached the fall, that was kind of my goal, was to fight in the fall time. We considered Cage Titans, and then the opportunity came for Bellator. I had heard the opponent's name mentioned in the past. I kind of knew who he was, and we said, why not take this fight? It's a good fight, a good opportunity with Bellator. There's a lot of eyes on, especially being that it's on the Matt Mitrione, Ryan Bader card. You get a highlight reel knockout on there, everybody's going to see it.
For sure. And I imagine this is just a one-fight deal, like just sort of a one-off?
Yep, it's a one-fight deal. It's fairly local to me. It's in Connecticut, so I can get all my fans from Massachusetts and New Hampshire down there to the casino for the weekend to enjoy themselves. And it's a one-fight deal because really I want to keep my options open. I'm not against signing with Bellator, but I want to keep my options open. I want to keep the door open for the UFC, and there's a lot of other big things going on. You know, the PFL is doing a great thing with their fighters, so I want to take this one fight, see how it goes, and go from there. But I like to have multiple directions to be able to go.
No, that's smart. Always got to have options available at your disposal. You referenced it there, Contender Series. Obviously, things didn't go your way in that one against Chris Curtis. Great fight nonetheless. What did you take away from that performance that you can bring into this fight?
So it was definitely a interesting experience being in at the Ultimate Fighter gym, a place that I've been watching on TV since I was in 8th grade. So the whole experience was very interesting. You know, I got to go out there in Vegas. Like you said, it didn't go my way, but it did give me some confidence. A lot of people thought that he was just going to go in there and kind of have his way with me, and I was a big underdog, and we knew that going in. And I didn't think in my mind at all that I was going to lose. I had true belief in myself that I was going to win that night, and I came to fight and I came to win. Now, with that being said, from a strategic and tactical standpoint, there's definitely a few things that led me to that loss. And that's how it goes at this game. A lot of times it's not who makes all the right moves, it's who makes the first mistake. And I made a mistake and I got caught for it, and it was just a weird kick and went down. I was unable to recover. And that's how the game goes. But overall, it was a boost in confidence for me. It showed me that I can hang with the guys at the top level. I believe Curtis is a UFC caliber fighter. And it showed me that I can get in there and hang. You know, from the judges' scorecard, we were 1-1 going into the third round. So, you know, we were all even on the scorecards. And overall, it's just a part of my martial arts career, and everything happens for a reason, and it's not a major setback for me. You know, I took the loss. You know, no one wants to lose, but just take it like a man, figure out how you can adjust, make yourself a better combat athlete, and go from there. And that's all I've been doing.
Yeah, and let's talk about your opponent here, Kemran Lachinov, 6-2 record. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I like the matchup. You know, he's a tough kid, and I don't expect any easy opponents at this level. You know, everyone gets handed some bums early in their career, but we beat all the bums, so we gotta face tougher competition now, and that's the way it is, and that's what I want. He's well rounded. He's a team length fighter. I know that he's got a couple submission wins. I think he's got a knockout win, a couple two decision wins at Bellator. So he's a well-rounded, tough guy, but I think that I have the answer for him wherever the fight goes, and I'm confident in my ability to beat him. It's not going to be an easy fight, like I said, but I'm going to beat him that night.
Is training camp just business as usual as far as your training partners and everything else, just keeping things the same?
Yeah, you know, we make some adjustments based on opponents. I'm spending a little more time on the ground. When I trained for Curtis, I spent a little more time with some professional boxers, and that's how you get better as a martial artist over the course of years. I mean, there's never anything that I'm leaving out. It's never like, oh, I'm not going to do jujitsu this camp, or I'm not going to do boxing. We just might be doing more jujitsu one camp and less boxing, but we're always still touching up on the skills, and that's how over the course of years you become a professional at your art and you become well-rounded and everywhere. So I'm just getting more comfortable in all areas: standing, punches, kicks, on the ground, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, cage, and it's just continuous growth. That's the goal, and I'm really comfortable wherever the fight goes. I don't have a certain strategy, kind of just go with the flow, see where the fight goes, and win.
Has the weight cut process started already, or will you do that closer to fight time?
You know, honestly, I have stayed pretty lean since that fight with Curtis. I got down to 170, and I hadn't been at 170 in probably 2 years, but that was kind of by design. Our goal was always to get back to 170 at the UFC, Bellator level on the bigger stage. I walk around at 190 or less, you know, and just stay in shape year round. So there's never a time where I blow up and completely eat like crap. I mean, I enjoy my ice cream and I enjoy my food, but I'm always training, so I stay in shape. The weight cut process, we're actually meeting at a catch weight of 175.
Oh, great.
It's not going to be a problem for me. 175's a fairly easy cut. I could be there tomorrow if I wanted to be. I wouldn't want to have to do that, but I could be there.
Okay, that's good to know. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I'm gonna have Crew Mark Delagrati. He's my what I consider my head trainer. So he'll be in my corner. Lee Gresh, Loco Lobo, who was also in my corner for the Contender Series. He's been in my corner for every one of my pro fights except for my first one where I didn't even know him. So since we've been training together, he's been in all my corners. And then Crew Massey, who's one of the head coaches at Sit Yotong. We've been training together a lot. He actually corners Chip Pollard at Lion Fights, so he'll be the third man in.
How do you see this fight playing out on October 12th?
I think it's going to be an exciting fight for the fans. I know that he likes to come out, and I heard him mention, you know, he wants to come out and brawl, and I'm totally down with coming out and throwing some leather back and forth. So I think it's going to be an exciting fight for the fans. I could see it taking place in multiple areas. I don't think the whole fight will take place on the feet. I think there'll be work against the cage, there'll be work on the ground, but it's going to be explosive. It's going to be an athletic matchup, and it's going to be exciting no matter where it goes. So I see it being a technical matchup, but also we're going to be throwing some heat.
This card's stacked. It's awesome. October 12th coming up here on for Bellator. Sean, it's always great catching up with you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
All right, man. I got some great sponsors that back me up. Great performance supplement company, Alphabolics. They have an Instagram, Alphabolics. They have a website, alphabolics.com. I got Melanson Photography. I got Fight Rub for all aches, pains, bumps, bruises. Northern Builders has backed me up for this fight. All my coaches, everyone who's part of this knows who they are. All my teammates know who they are. And you can find me on Facebook, just Sean Lally, Instagram, theunpredictable.1. And yeah, guys, October 12th, Mohegan Sun. If you want tickets, hit me up. It's going to be a hell of a card, and you're going to see an all-new fighter out of me, and I can guarantee a finish.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.